Namaskars to one and all. Very happy to be part of this Kala Samvada organized by Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeetham along with the Nadabindu organization. So we start our session today with a small prayer song. Nama Sadgurubhyo Namo Namah Sadgurubhyo Namo Namo Namah Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha Namo Namaha Hare Rama Krishna Nama Sankirtanam Sada Lokakshemaya Kurvantam Premikam Sadgurum Bhaje. Today's session in Kala Samvada topic is mind, music and mantra, the three mysteries. You must be wondering what a topic it is and what relationship it has got to do with Kala and Kala Samvada. What relationship it has got to do with the Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeetham and Nadabindu. Shri Pramodini ji has been inviting me since several years. Definitely, it's a promise, definitely perform for the Nadabindu festival that you've been inviting me since 4 or 5 years. I think 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. So with that promise, we start today's session. Actually, I thought this would be a good topic during the current times because now is what we really need Kala. This is the time that we need Kala, mantra, music, meditation more than ever because the whole world is seeing a crisis at the present time with the surge in the COVID cases and the pandemic throughout. What kind of contribution can we from this side do to the world? So we as Kala Rasikas, as Kala performers, as Kala connoisseurs, we can only try to keep ourselves, our mind positive, happy, enthusiastic, even during this utter crisis times. Mind, the human mind is a great mystery, is what our rishis, எப்பவுமே நம்ம ரிஷிகள்லாம் சொல்றது மனசை அடக்கிறதுக்கு தான். They've all preached us, they've all taught us how to tame the mind. The human mind is one of the most powerful tools. அது ஒரு கருவி. It's like a horse. The mind can run or gallop anywhere. In fact, it's like a monkey, I should say. That is what Tyagaraja Swami says. The mind is like a monkey. Manasavanacharavara sancharamunilipi murti raguga pedagane varuyandariya mahanu bhavu manasavanacharavara sancharamunilipi murti. The mind is like a vanachara. Vanachara is one who wanders in a forest, or vanachara can also mean a vanara. Vanara keeps jumping. You cannot ask a monkey to sit on just one branch in one tree. It's almost impossible. அதே மாதிரிதான் நம்மளோட மனசும். Our minds, our chitta, It's so fickle. It keeps wavering. Where is the mind actually? Mind, manasu, chittam, enge irukku? Where is it? Is it the brain? No. Brain is buddhi. Is it the heart? No. Heart is hridaya. Where is the manas? Where is the manaha? Is it in the stomach? Because sometimes when we have exams, because you are all students in Chinmaya Vishwavidya Peetham and other Chinmaya students, you know, if there are exams, you get butterflies in your stomach. வயித்துல புளிய கரைக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். Exam இருக்குன்னா, we get tensed and sometimes the stomach keeps churning. So is the mind in the stomach? So where is the mind? Is it the brain? Is it the heart? Is it the stomach? In fact, கொஞ்சம் யோஜனை பண்ணி பார்த்தா, if we think a little bit, mind has an influence on all parts of our body. It can influence the brain, it can influence the physical body, it can influence the heart, it can influence the endocrine glands, it can influence the intestines. Ellame, the mind can control the physical body. So it is very, very important that we keep our mind under control, because the mind and the body have a close connection. Ipo nammo, of course, we need to be aware of the corona cases or the COVID cases, but if we keep constantly getting scared, in fear, if we are in constant fear of something, the kolavi irukaliya, kolavi, we call it wasp in English. This wasp actually, it keeps bringing a worm, and it will keep the worm in a particular place. The worm, it seems, it will get scared. What if the wasp comes and stings me? What if the wasp comes and stings me? It keeps thinking of it throughout the day and the night. And finally, that particular insect turns into a wasp. This story is narrated in the Ekadasha Skanda in Srimad Bhagavata, in the 11th canto, by Krishna to Uddhava. When Krishna says, consider the whole world as your guru, he gives this example of a wasp. I just saw this video of Chinmaya where a student says, this is Guru, there is a teacher who says this is Guru Mukhi Vidya, and there is a student who says, here we get to spend time with the gurus. So what is the connection between the wasp and the guru? If the student constantly thinks of a particular thing, if it is the guru, if the student can constantly think of the guru, student himself imbibes all the qualities of the guru. He lives with the guru 24 hours and then becomes the guru himself or herself. Adhe madri, if we keep constantly thinking of negative things, what if a thief comes? What if we get killed? What if we get thieved? What if my things get stolen? What if I get COVID? If we keep constantly thinking of negative things, then negativity actually envelops us. So vice versa is also possible. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if we have to try to tame the mind, which is a mystery, how do we tame the mind? This is the whole mysterious question which everybody in the world, throughout the world, everybody is trying to answer it. How do we tame the mind? There enters two more mysteries. To tackle the fickle-minded mystery called mind, you have two mysteries called music and mantra. Mantra is nama chanting. When you just listen to music, it could be Hindustani, it could be Carnatic. It could be a Hindustani like this, or it could be a Carnatic vocal recital or an instrument. We just heard Bansuri in the video, in the introduction video. And the Bansuri influenced me so much that I'm not able to get out of that flow of the Bansuri. So the mind gets attached so beautifully to the particular music that we listen to. And that is where the mystery of music enters. We have heard of the science of study of mind. Today it's called psychology. There are so many scholars, researchers, and psychologists. Usually, psychologists keep referring to Sigmund Freud, and they say Sigmund Freud is the god of the mind. He actually categorized and classified the mind into different layers: the conscious mind, and the pre-conscious mind, and the unconscious mind. And they keep saying so many different things about Western psychologists and scholars. But we would take pride in saying our ancient rishis, our ancient sages, seers, saints like Tyagaraja Swami, Purandaradasa, Swami Haridas, Kumbandas, Surdas, Tulsidas, all of them were in a particular way, they were all greater psychologists. Because besides the conscious, pre-conscious, and unconscious layers of minds, they knew about the subconscious mind and how to touch the subconscious, mysterious mind to take us to the superconsciousness. So, other two layers that Western scholars perhaps would have not researched is how to touch the core of the heart, core of the subconscious mind, and take the subconscious mind to superconsciousness. That is the mystery here. Mystery of the mind being tackled through the mystery of music and mystery of mantra. And there comes the different layers. In fact, the yogis were doing that, cleansing the chakras. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Managatam, Vishuddhi, they cleansed all their chakras. How do you cleanse the mind? Mind vanda chittam, it's like a bin. You can make it a dustbin, or you can make it a beautiful container where you store payasam. The container is good, it's beautiful. But what you store inside makes the container look good or bad. You can put all kachra things, you can put all dust and garbage inside that beautiful container. The beautiful container becomes a dustbin. You can make a very average container look beautiful when you put beautiful roses and jasmine flowers and beautifully decorate it with all kinds of beautiful flowers and scented, fragrant things. So that then you say that container looks so beautiful. So the mind is like that. It's like a sea with waves flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. How do you make the waves stop? How do you make waves of the thoughts that flow like waves? How do you make it stop? That is where we use the mystery called music. That is where we use the mystery called mantra. Mantra, what do we mean by mantra? Mantra, na, it's not a mantra that we go and get an initiation from. Then you will have a lot of questions like which guru should I go and where do I get the initiation? Purandaradasa says it's a very easy mantra. Rama mantrava japiso he manuja. Rama mantrava japiso he manuja. Rama mantrava japiso he manuja. Rama mantrava japiso ಮೆಚ್ಚಿನಿ ಕಡಬೇಡ ಸೋಮಶೇಖರ ತನ್ನ ಬಾಗಿನಿ ಕೊರದೀಗ ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ ಹೇ ಮನುಜ ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ. Again a mystery. A simple mantra, a simple nama, just the Ramanama, can be a solution for all turbulent problems of the mind. Whenever you feel you are overburdened with thoughts, what happened in the past, the bitter past, or you're bothered or you're tense about the uncertain future, what do? Just switch on the tambura. Rama, 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 Rama. We can go on chanting. This is a mantra which needs no initiation, no diksha, nacha dakshinam. You don't need a diksha. You don't need an initiation. You don't even need a guru to give you that mantra. A mantra, e mantra, mechini keda beda. Don't actually waste your time or go in search of that mantra and this mantra and then finally end up doing nothing. Just switch on your tambura, whatever the shruti is. Just keep on. You don't even need a tambura, in fact. You can just go on as Rama, Rama, Rama. It will automatically, the voice will join in shruti. You don't need a tala or a shruti. For those who are not well trained in music, you can just go on with the mantra. You can just go on with the nama to tackle the restless mind. So the mystery of the mind can be solved through the mystery called mantra. It's mysterious how a two syllables word can actually calm the mind, but it can. There are scientists who have really researched how the mind gets cleansed, how the aura around us becomes pure, sanctified when we go on chanting the name of Patita Pavana Siyaram. It's a coincidence that this is Ramanavami. Yesterday was Ramanavami, and many of the temples they are still celebrating the Jananotsavam of Sri Rama. So, how do we cleanse the mind? Through just it can be any Ishtadevata's nama, your Ishtadeva's nama. So you just relax, the body relaxes, the central nervous system relaxes, the neurotransmitters relax. I actually went through a psychology book before I'm talking on this session. I went through a psychology book which says when the mind relaxes, the body relaxes, the central nervous system relaxes, the neurotransmitters, there is this connection between the mind and the biological system, right? And mostly the nervous system and the mind are connected. And that is why when we have stress, there are acidity problems because the nerves give the message of anxiety to the brain. It's all interconnected. So the neurotransmitters, if you have to calm them down, soothe the nerves. அப்படியே அந்த எல்லாம் you think of the vice versa. If the mind gets tense, the hormone secretion inside the body that also differs. There is over secretion or under secretion, and the whole behavior of the behavior pattern, however we behave, the pattern changes and we start shouting at people as if shouting will solve the solution. It's just going to add on to the problem more. But when we get clutched on to something, then all this happens. So what do? Now just take a deep breath. The mystery is solved. Deep breath. Pranayama. Take your Ishtadevata's nama. Manasu swaya dhenamaya kanu Manasu Manasu Swadhinamai Manasu Manasu Swadhinamai Nayakanu Narimantra Tandramu Akanu Niki Marimantra Tandramu Le Niki Marimantra Tantramu Manasu Swadhinamai Yaganu Niki Marimantra. The two mysteries. Tyagaraja Swami talks of the two mysteries in the same sentence. Manasu, the third mystery, he sings it. Manas, the mind, music, and mantra. The three mysteries. Tyagaraja Swami takes it up in one song, in one sentence. Manasu Swadhina Maina Ya Kanuniki Mari Mantra Tantramu Nela. Mari Mantra Tantramu Lela. Mantra Tantramu Lela. Why does a jnani or a person who has tamed his mind, why does a person who has tamed his mind need any mantra at all? What does that mean? If you tame the mind, then you are above everything. Above the tantra, above the mantra, above tapas. In the next sentence, he says, if a person has understood that the body is different from the eternal Atman, why does he need a tapas at all? Because he has already understood. So only till you really need this sadhana, this upasana, the mantra, the nama, or music, till the point of time that we tame our mind. Now after that is a good question. To keep the mind in the same status. Srivisanalur Sridharayaval, Sadashiva Brahmendra, Sridharayaval tells Sadashiva Brahmendra, even if you have tamed your mind, after you have tamed your mind, to keep it in the same equilibrium status, you need music and mantra. That is the mystery, beautiful mystery. And the greatest mystery is these are all not at all expensive. You don't need to spend a single rupee to say Rama Rama Rama. Nothing at all, no expenditure. Instead of spending 10,000 rupees and 1 lakh rupees for a workshop on how to relieve stress, finally, after having paid that bill, the stress goes up. The stress levels go up because you paid that bill. You go to the workshop to relieve stress and you end up being stressed more because you paid that bill of 10,000, 1 lakh rupees. So here Tyagaraja Swami says, just chant your Ishta Devata's Nama. And if you can tame your mind, the whole world is in your hands. You can see a beautiful Ayur Arogya Daine. You can see an Arogya, a very healthy body and a healthy mind. Those who have a healthy mind have a healthy body. In fact, incidentally, I would like to share this with you all. I've seen many special children, those who have mental problems, mentally or definitely able people, they react to Nama, they react to music so well, they react to Harikathas so well. They can remember the song's name, they can remember the raga's name. How does this happen? Isn't this a mystery? Isn't this magical? Isn't this miraculous? Even mentally challenged people, they can actually put the tala very well. If you just go on and say, Vithala, 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 Vithala. Vithala, 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 Vithala. Those special children, if you increase the tempo or reduce the tempo, they actually keep up to the rhythm. How is it possible? It's a mystery. Mystery of music, mystery of beats, the mystery of rhythm. Because it calms down the mind, relaxes the central nervous system, soothes the nerves, it soothes the hypersensitive mind. And today, what we need is actually this. Because today, more and more people are suffering from depression, something which was considered a Western disease. India is having more depression. Indians are having more depression problems, more stress problems, more anxiety disorders, more coronary heart diseases, more and more hypertension, and lifestyle diseases. All of them are related to stress, they say. And they also say power of positive thinking, power of self-motivation, power of harnessing mental resources, mental energy. But how do we do this? On one side, you say power of mental thinking, power of positive thinking, power of self-motivation. On the other side, you give scientific advancements like smartphones, smarter phones, smartest phones. The first thing in the morning children do, or even we adults do, is look at the cell phone and see what WhatsApp messages we have received. And the whole day, all the feelings will start. If you start with looking at the cell phone or the mobile, then what happens is the feelings, the emotions, everything starts multiplying, whether it is sukha or dukkha. And in the Gita, Krishna says, Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Try to see happiness and suffering both as equal, as his will. Avanoda ishtam, Krishnanuda ishtam. How do we do that? Our perception, our sensibilities, our memory, our focus, attention, learning, thinking, everything, all stimuli can be controlled by these three mysteries called music, mantra, by taming the mind. So all this is kind of a meditation. The Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. What is Pratyahara? Pulling the mind away from all unwanted things. Dharana. What is dharana? Fixing the mind to what you really need. Dhyana, concentrating on that particular object. And samadhi, finally. That is bliss. So if we can practice this, or easier method is the Navavida Bhakti. You don't need to go and sit in for an asana also. You just need to hear good things. Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Padasevana, Archana. A very Rasika Sampradaya is Shri Anna's, my guru, Shri Krishna Premis Swamigal Sampradaya. It's called the Premika Sampradaya. It's a very beautiful Sampradaya. You just listen to the Lord's glory. Just sing his praise, do the Nama Sankirtan. Think of his feet. Surrender everything at his feet. And then you will see the difference. Bhakti can regulate different parts of the brain. Bhakti can regulate hormone secretion. Bhakti can regulate the feelings and memories and emotions and other aspects. It can regulate phenomena as very different, very difficult phenomena. Even the genes, you can see how Narada influenced Prahlada when Prahlada was in the womb of Hiranyakashipu's wife Kayadu. So these systems, the Ashtanga Yoga or the Navavida Bhakti systems, these all help to cleanse our mind, Chitta Shuddhi, and make this dustbin clear of all the dust and garbage, make it into a beautiful Upavana, make it into a beautiful garden where beautiful flowers grow. And this is where Tyagaraja Swami keeps talking to his mind. Told you, mind is a mystery. Most of his songs, he says, Manasa get to law. Another song he says, Nidhisala Shukama Nijamuga Balgumanasa. He's talking to his mind. You don't need to ask people outside what I need to do. You can ask right. You can ask your mind, you can ask your conscience, which is right. Nidhi Tsala is Nidhi, Sukha, or Rama Sannidhi, Sukha for you. Keeps talking to his mind, whether it is good things or bad things. Go to your Rama, go to your Krishna, go to your Muruga, go to your Shiva, go to your Jesus, go to your Allah, whomever you are worshipping. You go to him and surrender your feelings. And then say, this is what I'm suffering. Why have you given me this kind of a behavior? Or why have you created me like this? Duduku galananne dura koduku brochura yento. Anything nice happens, he goes to Rama. Anything negative happens, he goes to Rama again and he says, why are people in the society like this? Keep on talking, gossiping. They keep on gossiping, they keep on talking all bad things, ill things. Teliyaleru Rama Bhakti Margamu. Teliyaleru Rama Bhakti Margamu. Teliyaleru Rama Bhakti Margamu. So you go to your God, Ishtadevata. You will forget all material things, all broken relationship, everything he will settle. You will forget the outer world. எல்லாத்தையும் அவனுடைய திருவடியில வைக்க வேண்டியது. So what is the final solution? Surrender. That is why Gita concludes with Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Finally, taming of mind comes through surrender. So the mystery of mind can be solved through the solution called Sharanagati. That is the only solution. Just chant your Nama. This is beautifully given in a beautiful small story called Amrita Mathana. In our Sanatana Dharma, all these very, very psychological, very tricky, mysterious, very complex points will be handled through easy stories so that you can make even children understand these issues. Because today, children are more stressed than adults. They have the stress of so many things. They have to handle multi things at multi layers. People, they have to handle people, they have to handle teachers, they have to handle exams, they have to handle their parents' goals, their teachers' goals, their goals, peer pressure, so many things that children have. So our rishis were all far-sighted. Kadamari solli, you can tackle the child's mind straight away and sow the seed. It grows into a beautiful big tree. So the Sanatana Dharma has a beautiful story of churning of the Amrita, Amrita Mathanam. There you would have heard of the story. The milky ocean, Parkadal, Kshirabdi is churned with a mountain called Mandhara. And that rope is Vasuki the snake. Devas are on one side, Asuras are on the other side. And then what comes out first is the Halahala Visha, poison comes out. And then the Ashta Saumangalya Dravya like Kalpaka Vriksha, Chintamani, Kamadenu, Vishielding gem, Vishielding tree, Vishielding cow, Apsaras, Somalata. There are so many things. And then finally Lakshmi Devi comes. Ultimately, Dhanvantari Perumal comes with a pot of nectar. And then those who drink that nectar will become Devas, Amaras. Amaras means those who drink will become free from death. They will get relieved of this very dangerous, hazardous thing called death. They will not experience death at all. What is the story? All the stories in our Sanatana Dharma are all They're all philosophical. They're all symbolically represented. It's like a coding in computers. You have to decode it. So this Vedame Abhidhane, Paruksha, all these stories are actually narrated in a very indirect, Paruksha, indirect way. So churning is the churning of the mind actually. This is a mystery. Churning of the mind is churning of the Milky Ocean, Kshetrabdi. And which is the mountain here, the vertebral column, the spinal column. That looks like a mountain, right? It's like this. And which is the snake? The Ida Pingala Nadis. It goes like this. It twines and curls. The Ida Pingala Nadi, Narambu, and the Nadi Narambu da Vasuki. And then when you churn the vertebral column with the Ida Pingala Nadis, what comes out first is the toxins inside us. All the suppressed emotions, they come out first. That is the Visha. And with the help of Shiva, the Lord has to drink it. You have to ask, you have to surrender at the feet of the Lord and say, please help me. Take away the poison from me. After he drinks the poison, he takes the poison. Then as the chakras get cleansed, as each of the chakras get cleansed, you will actually find yourself gaining miraculous powers. A human has divine powers. There are so many humans who have divine powers. These are called the Ashtamahasiddhis. And that is represented by the Kalpaka Vriksha and the Kamadhenu, wish yielding, whatever you think will happen, but don't use it for your own selfish purpose. Give it away. That's what the Lord does. He gives it away. And finally, after doing everything, what is the Kurmasana? The Kurma Bhagavan holds the Mandara mountain. What does that mean? Yogis use the Kurmasana to hold the vertebral column straight. Otherwise, it keeps collapsing. We can't sit straight for even an hour or 2 hours. We just start stooping. So what helps us is the Kurmasana, and that is the Kurma Bhagavan. Finally, what comes out is the supreme ambrosia, nectar of Amrita, which is ultimate consciousness. We become one with the Lord. That is Amrita. Aravamudam. Aravamudanne per Kumbakonath Perumal. Lord of Kumbhakona is called Aravamuda Perumal. His name itself is Amrita. He is Amrita Swarupi. Amrita is not just a liquid that you need to drink like water. It is that eternal consciousness, super consciousness. And once you become one with that Lord, that eternal consciousness, then you become immortal. You don't die. Because at that state, you realize that you are not this body. So many of us have lost so many of our beloved ones in this COVID. Our beloved, lovely, dear and near ones we have lost in the COVID pandemic. But something that comes to our solace is this physical body is not the Atman. And that is that Samadhi Sthiti, that is that Amrita. That is why Narada Bhakti Sutram says, if you really get devoted to the Lord, he becomes immortal. Amrito bhavati, trupto bhavati, siddho bhavati. He becomes immortal because he knows that this physical body is not the eternal Atman. This body is going to perish. If I'm not going to die at 42, I'm going to die when I'm 52 or 62 or 72 or sometime I have to go. This is not eternal. This body is just like a shirt. It will get thrown away anytime. But the Atman, that will stay on forever. So that is this Brahma Vidya. And that is the mystery of mind. That is the mystery of mind, churning the mind and bringing out the Amrita Swarupam from within us. And that is Amrita Matanam, Ananda Natanam, Anubhavitavargal, Amarargal Endrum, Amrita Matanam, Ananda Natanam, அனுபவித்தவர்கள் அமரர்கள் என்றும் அமிர்த மதனம் ஆனந்த நடனம் தேவரசுரரும் கடலை கடைந்திட தேவரசுரரும் கடலை கடைந்திட மந்தரமலையும் அசைந்திட அசைந்திட தேவரசுரரும் கடலை கடைந்திட மந்தரமலையும் அசைந்திட அசைந்திட கூர்மாவதாரம் எடுத்தான் எங்கள் பிரான் கூர்மாவதாரம் எடுத்தான் எங்கள் வீரான் முதுகையும் கொடுத்திட முக்தியும் அளித்திட கூர்மாவதாரம் எடுத்தான் எங்கள் வீரான் முதுகையும் கொடுத்திட முக்தியும் அளித்திட அமிர்த மத்தனம் ஆனந்த நடனம் கூர்மாவதாரம் எடுத்தான் எங்கள் வீரான் முதுகையும் கொடுத்திட முக்தியும் அளித்திட அமிர்த மதனம் ஆனந்த நடனம் யோகிகள் கடைந்திடும் மனதே கடலே யோகிகள் கடைந்திடும் மனதே கடலே மந்தரமலையும் முதுகெலும்பே இடா பிங்களா நாடியும் வாசுகி இடா பிங்களா நாடியும் வாசுகி மனதினில் மணக்கும் மலரே அமுதம் மனதினில் மணக்கும் மலரே அமுதம் அமிர்த மதனம் ஆனந்த நடனம் This is an Amrita Varshini because this is the churning of the ocean. Deva Asuras, what is actually represented by the Devas and Asuras? We gave the explanation of the Mantara Mala being the spinal column, vertebral column, and the Vasuki being the Ida Pingala Nadis, and Manadinil Manakum Malare Amudam, a beautiful heart, a fragrant mind, a fragrant heart is the actual Amrita, ambrosia, nectar. So, what is actually signified by the Devas and the Asuras? That is the positivity and the negativity fighting for the Amrita. Devas take the help of Sriman Narayana, so they are able to win. The negativity, Asuras try to cheat him, so they get cheated ultimately. So this is the answer to the mysterious mind being tackled by the mystery called music and mantra or meditation. The three mysteries can be easily solved by surrendering at the feet of the Lord. So, any questions? We would be happy to answer it right now.
Thank you, Vishakhaji, for taking time from your busy commitments to come online and enlighten us with your beautiful words. And our Dean of Faculties, Professor Gauri Mahulikar, used to join for all sessions of Kala Samboda and support us. Today also, Madam Ji has joined. Gauri Ji is also extremely happy that you are here with us. May I request Gauri Ji to deliver a few words about the session?
Yeah, thank you, Prabha. And pranams and thank you, Vishakhaji. It was such a wonderful, enlightening and enchanting session. I'm sorry I can't switch on my video. It's raining heavily here and I'm not in the office, so the bandwidth is low. Okay, so I'll just speak up. Yeah. So I'm reminded, I'm a Sanskrit teacher and therefore I'm reminded of Yajurveda's Shiva Sankalpa Sukta, you know. In the Shiva Sankalpa Sukta, again, the Yajurveda says the same thing. Everything, mana eva karanam. It is all the mind which is the at the root of our bandha and moksha. Of course, that is not in Yajurveda, but Yajurveda says that all the spokes, as they are attached to the navel of the chariot, similarly, everything is attached to the mind. And Vishakhaji, you brought out the churning of the mind. and the real Amrita and the real poison is nothing but our Daivasura Sampat, as Bhagavad Gita tells you. It was wonderful, Amrita Mathanam. I'm so enchanted and so thankful on behalf of Kala Yoga School and on behalf of Chinmay Vishwavidyapita. I'm so grateful to you, Vishakhaji. We'll keep on inviting you, keep on blessing us. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
My pleasure. Hari Om.
Thank you, Gauriji. And I also wanted to say that Vishakhaji is just back home at 5 p.m. today after another series of sessions of Sri Ramanavami. Immediately after that, Vishakhaji joined for our Kala Samvada session at 6 p.m., which shows the love and commitment for art. Thank you once again, Vishakhaji. Now let us conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.